Hi, this is Derek. Just a quick review today of a movie I just watched recently, just because I thought, hey, I want to watch this. So I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. It's Daylight. This is a Sylvester Stallone movie. I'll tell you one thing. I'm a fan of Sylvester Stallone. I love Sylvester Stallone's movies, particularly the ones kind of in the '90s, like Demolition Man or even Judge Dredd. I like quite a bit. Cliffhanger. Well, the '80s stuff too is really good. Anything Sylvester Stallone has done. Rhinestone. No, not Rhinestone. We don't talk about Rhinestone. Um, I don't know. There's just something about it that I really like. His persona. I really enjoy it. And Daylight is absolutely one of my favorite Sylvester Stallone movies. What this is, I mean, I'm sure this has its sort of reputation, but you don't hear a lot of people talking about this movie much. It is a survival movie, like in the same kind of vein as Towering Inferno, Poseidon Adventure, something like that. And I think it is a really great movie in that sense, where you have all the characters and something horrible happens, and it's a disaster film, and they have to survive it. That's what this movie is, and you have the different groups of people commingling. You got the old couple, you have the family, you have the prison inmates, you have the security guard, you have the eccentric billionaire or millionaire or whatever, and they're all kind of fighting to find daylight, to survive. Basically, that's basically what I'm getting at. And Sylvester Stallone, hey, oh, he's the one who's going to save him. So he's great in his role. EMS guy. He used to be in charge of things, but there was like a scandal. He got put on suspension. He's a cab driver at the beginning of this film, but when this happens, it's in New York City, and in the tunnel there's a burglary, and the criminals crash into, I guess it's like toxic waste. There's a big explosion. Everything is caved in, and there's no way out. And it's Sylvester Stallone. I don't even know his character. I'm just gonna call him Sylvester Stallone. I'm gonna get you guys out. He's gonna get them out of there. That's the premise of the movie, and they have to, work their way through, defeat the odds. The water's getting cold, the air is getting low. Whole fucking place could crumble down at any second. So it's a great survival movie. I think it's really cool, and it's you don't see too many movies like this before. I don't think this was met with very positive reviews, probably like lukewarm reviews when it first came out, just because it probably was trying to, you know, almost be like a revival of those types of movies, but it's not as good as like Poseidon Adventure, which is the best movie of that kind. It's hard, you can't beat that. But at the same time, I mean, this is good for what it is, and I think I like it a lot better looking back on it, just because you don't see these movies too much. I don't know why. The survival movie, I love those kind of movies. And so you got all the different people. What's really cool, Danielle Harris. If you're familiar with my channel, I know I get a hard time because I hated on Danielle Harris so bad for Halloween 4 and 5. I didn't like her. I thought she was good in this, but she's not like a super important character or anything. Sage Stallone is in the movie. He's one of the convicts. And Viggo Mortensen is in the movie. He's the best character in this whole movie. He's the billionaire. So he's like kind of like this. Uh, what's his name? Not Rupert Murdoch, but that millionaire guy who's like Australian. Fuck, I can't remember the guy's name. But he's like the mountain climber. He's like the parachuter. He's the daredevil millionaire. What is his name? But whatever. He's supposed to be that type of character. I know I'm just gonna remember it the second I turn off the camera. But whatever. Anyway, he's a great character. And kind of the fun things about the movie. He's like, hey, listen, I've climbed fucking Mount Everest. I am a survivor. Don't listen to Sylvester Stallone, who's a professional and knows the whole place schematic by schematic, blueprint by blueprint. Follow me. I'm gonna get us out of here. Spoiler alert. Nope. But it's so cool, and it's I don't know, it's funny. So there's like tensions that come up amongst the people, and they're arguing because it's a frightening situation to be in, and maybe we don't see these types of movies, maybe because uh, after September 11th, I don't think it was quite as fun anymore. But it, well, that sounds really bad. But you know what I mean. Like you don't want to see it quite as entertainment anymore because it hit a really real place. I guess is the best way to put it. But at the same time, I mean, you see. Name any big action like superhero movie. You see like big cities getting destroyed all the time, but you don't see the people surviving. You know, trying to survive it. You assume that nobody gets hurt. Man of Steel, nobody got hurt, right? Anyway, you'll never hear the end of that, by the way. It's going to be like 20 years, people are still going to be saying, oh, Superman destroyed the whole city, what the fuck? Anyway, but I think as entertainment it is really good, but I think it does hit a very human element to it, and that is the wills to survive. And that's a very powerful thing that you can see in entertainment. So I think it does have value in that sense. I mean, yes, it is entertainment. Yes, it is kind of cheesy. Like, you know, there's that scene like near the end where Sylvester Stallone is yelling at the tunnel. He's like, "I'm gonna kick your heart out!" Ah! And then, I don't know, but I think it's good. And the dog. You have to have a dog in these movies, and the dog has to survive. Anyway, I think it's a good movie. So I won't go into it too much. Hoping that you haven't seen it. Hoping that this is a recommendation, because I know it's not that popular of a movie. It's not like everybody knows Rambo, everybody knows Rocky. To some extent, everybody knows Judge Dredd too. Demolition Man, everybody knows that. But not a lot of people talk about Daylight. So I urge you, if you haven't seen Daylight, give it a watch. One of my favorite Sylvester Stallone movies. It's not a masterpiece, but for what it is, I think it's really good. So yeah, Stallone doing what he does best. Good thriller, good survival movie. Just a very entertaining 2 hours. So that'll be my review. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.